Welcome to the hottest car reviews, proudly brought to you by Carshop.co.za, with your host Luke Preston, our local motoring enthusiast, bringing you the best reviews right here, right now. So be sure to visit our website for the best deals and latest offers.
Welcome to another episode of Carshop Drive. Today we're checking out the facelifted BMW 3 Series, in particular the 320 diesel. So come join us and we'll take a closer look. Hello, this is BMW's new 3 Series. It's BMW's most important model and their biggest seller. They've sold over 14 million of them worldwide. So you can tell it's quite an important model for BMW and for the world. So with the 3 Series, it's always been an evolutionary thing rather than a revolutionary thing. And this model isn't all new, but it's rather a facelifted model. And yes, there are a couple of things and a couple of changes to it. Anyway, people love lists. You can thank BuzzFeed for that. And in an effort to become a little bit more listy, here are my 6 reasons why you should buy the new BMW 3 Series. So, number 1, it actually looks really good, but only if you spec the right options. Number 2, the 3 Series is still a bloody good drive. Yes, it's still rear-wheel drive, and while most people won't even realize that a car is rear-wheel drive, it does make a huge difference to the way a car feels and the way it handles. With the rear wheels propelling the car forward, it leaves the front wheels unmolested in their job of turning the car and going around corners. The result is a purity in the 3 Series and the way that it handles and the way that it feels. On this new facelifted 3 Series, there are a few changes. Not that anyone will notice though. There are minor changes to the headlamps and the front bumper. And when you're speccing your new 3 Series, you're going to want these full LED headlights, which give you that angel eye look. Also, if you have a look around on the side, you're going to want the biggest wheels you can get, basically, because that looks really good. In this case, we've got 18 inches, so you're going to want at least spec 18-inch wheels. Number 3, it's actually really comfortable. Again, if you spec the right options. Now, I'm not talking about interior comfort, because as you'd expect, this new updated facelifted 3 Series has a remarkably plush interior. I'm actually talking about comfort when driving. Now, we all know that BMW has a proud motorsport history, but does every single BMW need to be sporty? I don't think so. And having driven the previous generation, I found it far too stiff and far too uncomfortable. Now, this new updated 3 Series has this little button down here, which is called the driving experience button. And what you can do is you can toggle between preset selections through Eco Pro, Sport, Comfort, and then Sport Plus. Now, this makes a huge difference to the way the car feels and the way the comfort is translated to you, the driver. And remember we spoke about those big 18-inch wheels earlier? Well, you're going to want to have this in your new 3 Series because it makes a huge difference to overall driving comfort. Number 4, it's quite sporty too, even for a diesel model like this one. Now, we all know that BMW has been making some of the best diesel engines in the business, and for a long time, and it shows, to be honest. Apart from some diesel clatter when it's cold and when it's started up, and a little bit when you're idling, you actually wouldn't know that this is a 2-litre diesel engine. Number 5, it has a wow interior. Over the years, Audi has been leading the race for best interiors, but to be honest, I think BMW has caught up. I wouldn't recommend this particular car's cream interior unless you live in a dirt-free bubble or are prepared to take your shoes off every time you get in, because it soils ridiculously quickly. But in every other aspect, this interior is first class. Sure, BMW has forged ahead with its iDrive system, which means you still get a plethora of buttons as opposed to a full touchscreen, which are becoming increasingly popular these days. So should a diesel be sporty? Well, this one can be when it wants to be. It has 140 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters. And combined with this 8-speed automatic gearbox, which even has flappy paddles, you can get all sporty if you really want to. Hit this driver experience control button into Sport or even Sport Plus, and you'll be tearing up apexes in no time. The problem with diesel engines though is they don't like to be revved, so being able to take charge of the gearbox itself is all well and good, but you don't want to be charging at a corner with the revs bouncing off the limiter. That's not the point of a diesel engine. With all that torque, a higher gear is better. So rather just leave the gearbox to its own devices and carry on with your drive. Number 6, it's competitively priced, if you're careful with the options. I say competitively priced, not cheap, because the new 3 Series isn't cheap. A base automatic 320D costs 490,000 Rand. It's cheaper than a similar C-Class though, which will set you back 505,000 Rand. But the 3 Series is nearly 40,000 Rand more expensive than an equivalent A4. So those options. As is the case with most press vehicles, this unit has been fitted with almost every optional extra. The head-up display, which displays speed, navigation, instructions and speed limits ahead of the driver, is an option. But you want to get that, it's very cool. The electric sunroof, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning and lane collision control, as well as adaptive cruise control, are all very expensive options, which if you're not careful will push the base price of your 3 Series up and well over the 700k mark. Thanks for watching guys, that's it for today. Make sure you check us out on Twitter and Facebook and visit carshop.co.za for great specials on used cars. Until the next time.